so you're probably all wondering, what the hell was that? That was the epic teaser trailer for The Dark Knight Rises. Of just watching the last segment there, where Bane and Batman are just about to, oh my god, they're about to have a massive face-off. So, what can I say about that? I'm ready for it. I literally am ready for The Dark Knight Rises now. If you haven't seen the trailer, well, you can't escape it right now. It's now officially released. It's online. Go over to the Facebook page for Dark Knight Rises. It's there. It'll pretty much, I'm sure it'll end up on YouTube at some point as well. And wow, dearie me, are we in for something interesting? What I also love about the trailer is that it mixes up a lot of segments from Batman Begins and The Dark Knight, and then you've got the voiceover by Liam Neeson's Ra's al Ghul in there as well. And I'm particularly interested regarding Commissioner Gordon being in a hospital bed. So, you know, especially when he's saying things like the Batman must return kind of thing, he has to come back, and then you hear Christian Bale's Bruce Wayne, or at least I would, well, by this point, I'm sure it's Bruce Wayne talking to Gordon, but we obviously know that Gordon doesn't know that Wayne is Batman. That he's saying that he must return, and you know, Bruce is saying, well, what if he doesn't? You know, because of this new evil that has risen. But yeah, I'm ready for it. That's all I'm going to say. We're still in the dark regarding what is actually going on. We know that obviously a new trailer will eventually come out again in about another 6 months' time. So we're looking at towards the end of this year or early next year anyway, for a newer trailer. I'm very, very excited. So anyway, moving on. We're getting on to some Man of Steel movie news as well. It has, well, I don't know how long this news has actually been out, but they're going to rework the script. It was originally written by David Goyer, and we know how many people feel about the poor guy. But he's now been drafted over to do a Godzilla reboot. Let's hope it's better than what Roland Emmerich came out with. So he's now going over to do that, which means Kurt Johnstad, who was co-writer of 300, Zack Snyder's other movie, has been brought on to rework the script for Man of Steel. So it's not just him that's also coming on, but also Christopher Nolan's brother Jonah, or Jonathan, will also be helping out as well to some degree. So I'm quite excited for that prospect, because you know how I feel about Nolan, you know how I feel about here. The whole, everything that Nolan has touched has just been immense, basically. Memento, which I still have to see, by the way. I need to see Memento, so don't slate me for that just yet. I know what everyone's going to start saying. Oh my god, you've not seen Memento! I know what the film is about, so don't worry, I will get to watch it. Then there's The Prestige. We all know about Batman Begins and The Dark Knight, and of course Inception. So, you know, as I say, I'm very, very interested to see how both Kurt and Jonah are gonna, do some polishing regarding the script that Goyer has written. So I really, really hope that the Superman movie does work, and I hope that Snyder knows what he's doing. I'm sure he knows what he's doing. I have faith in Snyder, even if a lot of other people don't. But I hope to God that he does do for Superman what Nolan has done for Batman. That's all I'm going to say on that aspect. And keeping in line with the Superman mythology kind of thing, as it were, the new Action Comics and Superman comics that are due out from August and September onwards. First thing I want to say is, what is with the costume for Action Comics #1? I mean, I know that they're trying to get back to basics, that they're going back to pretty much the beginning, like how it was back in the 30s. But I'm still not completely sold on the costume for Action Comics. It just looks, I mean, even Smallville did a better job than that. I'm sorry, but they did. And he's got a whole Captain Marvel stroke Dean Cain look about his face as well. Apparently, what they've said is that in regards to Action Comics, it's going to be more of, you know, his early days as a superhero. He's going to be a younger, more brooding Man of Steel, adjusting to his adopted home world. He's not going to be known as Clark Kent of Smallville. He's going to be more known as Kal-El of Krypton. Whereas in the Superman comics are going to be more of, you know, him in the present. So with the new costume that he's got there, which is apparently it's going to be like a Kryptonian armor of some sort. So he's wearing that to remind himself of his Kryptonian heritage. It's like a ceremonial armor from his home planet. So those are great changes. You know, I'm not disputing heavily the changes, but what I wasn't too pleased about was Grant Morrison basically said that the idea for the costume for Action Comics came about regarding because it was something that Bruce Springsteen was wearing. I mean, no disrespect to the boss, by the way. I think he's an amazing musician and talented artist, but Superman has been around a lot longer than Bruce Springsteen. If you're gonna rework the Man of Steel, why would you? I just don't understand why would you base his costume on, you know, I can't grasp that at all. That concept just doesn't sit well with me. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but it just does not sit well with me at all. The concept of basing his new, younger costume on Bruce Springsteen. I mean, okay, you know, t-shirt, jeans, boots, and the cape looks like the size of, well, the cape is really small. They might as well have gone with the costume that they had in Superman Earth 1, because that was brilliant. I mean, okay, I didn't like it initially, but I have to say it looks better than what I'm seeing right now for Action Comics. But that's not also the downside for the relaunch. The biggest one, I think, not for me, but I think for a lot of small Superman fans and maybe Smallville fans as well, Superman and Lois Lane aren't going to be together. They're not going to be married. They're not even going to be boyfriend and girlfriend. No. Not only are they not going to be together, but Lois is going to have a new boyfriend altogether. You know, brand new person that she'll be seeing, kind of thing. So, you know, they've been together since 1996. That was when they were first married. They're husband and wife, basically. But now it seems like all that is gone, and you're now going to have Clark being a bachelor, Lois as a new boyfriend. No idea who he is, but apparently it's someone who's going to be working at the Daily Planet as well. Why am I getting visions of Superman Returns, aka Richard White, coming into my mind? I honestly don't know. But I have to say that this relaunch, not just for Superman, but for the DC Universe as a whole, it's almost like someone has sat there and thought to themselves, right, for 70 odd years this is what we've been doing. We've reworked this, we've reinvented that, we've redone this, we've rejigged this, we've turned this person into this person, we've made this character to be such a bad guy, and we've made this bad guy into a good guy, and then probably thought, you know what, screw all of that, let's just start afresh and piss everybody off in the process, kind of thing. I'm not pissed off. I'm not saying I'm pissed off per se. I'm just bemused by it all. I can see why they are doing the relaunch. I mean, it's good that they're doing a relaunch, but again, it all boils down to the fact, I mean, there's even a segment here, and I'll put all the links for everything that I've been talking about, the Dark Knight Rises trailer, the Man of Steel script, and the Action Comics and Superman relaunch. And there's a bit here, this is what really kind of got to me, regarding Jonathan and Martha Kent. This was during where is it? I was just reading it a second ago and it's just gone out of me head. Series of oh my god, it's definitely just gone. But apparently, basically what they're saying is that Jonathan and Martha are not going to be alive. So they're going back to, you know, the early days, and Jonathan and Martha aren't going to be around. See, it says it here that perhaps the reason Superman, this is for the Superman comic, by the way, not Action Comics, it says perhaps the reason Superman's embracing his alien nature is the loss of his adopted parents. Jonathan and Martha Kent are both dead in DC's post-Flashpoint continuity, a pronounced change from the recent past and a return to the pre-crisis on Infinite Earth status quo in that respect. So Flashpoint pretty much has a lot to answer for, in some ways, if not in many ways. So that's pretty much the other reason why the relaunch is occurring, because of Flashpoint. Not mainly, but to some extent, to some degree, Flashpoint does have quite a fair bit to answer for the relaunch. So, you know, we'll see how it goes. I'm not sure now if I am going to buy Action Comics when it relaunches in September. I'm not sure if I will buy Superman. You know, I might just carry on buying graphic novels, because I've seen a list of graphic novels that I still need to buy, and even absolute versions as well, that I still need to get. So I might just skip comics altogether and just stick with the graphic novels and absolute editions of stuff that I've wanted for a long time. But I probably will. I'll probably buy both Action Comics 1 and Superman #1, and then just see how I feel. I will do reviews of them so that you guys will know how I feel about it as well once I've read them. But just from early reports already, looking at these pictures, yeah, it's a bit, it still puts me in a position where I'm thinking, oh, this is not a good idea. But then again, how much of an effect can this change really make? Not just on the universe as a whole, but for us fans. You know, us fans who have been so well into our comics for the past God knows how many years. I mean, I've actively been reading comics for the past 5 years now, and I've enjoyed every copy that I've bought. But this is going to be, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it pans out. But we'll see. Anyway, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. Let me know what you thought of the Dark Knight Rises trailer, what you think of Kurt and Jonah reworking or polishing off the Man of Steel script, and also obviously the changes for Superman in both Action Comics and Superman as well. Roll on September, I say. see how we feel then, and then I'll let you know my thoughts on the relaunch of the comics. But yeah, anyway, enough from me. Have a good night. Bye.